This is the entertainment version of our Sunday Race 2 video from just this past Sunday in Sonoma. That would be July 1st, of course. This is the Formula Atlantics. We had a huge field, 38 cars, and about 13 of them Formula Atlantics. This is a picture of the team. I want to put it up front for a change just because without them, there is no racing. And we have almost as much fun off track as we do on track, and maybe vice versa. With that, we'll jump right into the start of the race. This is the same start from inside the car. I think as I go into turn 1 here, you might have heard Bob in the stands, or maybe hear him a little later here. I have a little moment right here. Yep, right there. But it looked worse from the stands than it was in the car. Just trying to make sure I don't run into the back anyone here right now. And for whatever reason, this first half of the race here, I'm just kind of out for a Sunday drive, just not that pushing that hard, just don't do that great. My lap times are weak. If you feel like studying them they're at the end of the video. And then right after the safety car, I wake up and put in about 8 good laps right back to back to catch back up with this group that I'm behind right now. I get separated from them by some traffic. This is the carousel turn 6, now that I'm back to what we're looking at here, and this is down into turn 7, a big double apex before we turn back and head back toward the stands. A little tire smoke there and lots of wet dry on the ground, making you nervous, but truthfully I feel like I'm in pretty good shape here. I just never really seem to pick up. We're gonna flip over to a track map. You'll see in the yellow on the right, that's where I make some passes later in turn 11 for position, and then I also get passed in the carousel, the gray area there, turn 6 for no real reason, and that's kind of what gets me motivated. Camera picks up a lot of wind noise, so I'll do most of the talking from this view. It's still lap 1, as you can see, and we're coming through turn 8, 9, and 10, and just completing the picture here of this first lap. We'll jump ahead in a minute to lap 3, and I'll try to give you a heads up as we jump around. As you can tell right here, I'm quite close. The yellow and blue car in front of me is a guy named Tom. And yesterday, Saturday, I got in front of him and was able to keep him back there. Today's just the reverse of that. That was parts of most of lap 1 and parts of lap 2, and now I'm jumping ahead to 3 to turn 6 here, the carousel. And that's what I was talking about. I'm just driving along, and this Formula 2000 goes by me on the outside. I'm like, that shouldn't happen. And so I'm starting to get motivated this time to start picking up. Look at my last lap, 142.4. Of course, traffic on the first couple laps. Now I'm driven about 4 laps and jumped ahead to this 6th lap, and I still really haven't done much in times. I've been faster than that most of the weekend. But that's where a car goes off track here. You can see it on the left, or at least the wreckers. The car's up against the wall, and this kind of wakes me up.
So now the pace car is back out. There's been an accident.
As the caption indicates, we're about to go green. This is lap 9 now. We're probably going to do like 17 laps. So it's about halfway through the race, and for whatever reason, as soon as I get clear of what you're about to see, I start driving, and we'll address that again in a minute here. Right now, what you're seeing is that blue car right there in the middle. It's a Formula E or Formula 2000 or something, I don't know, but he's having some kind of problem, kind of held everybody up. He was moving much quicker than that earlier in the day. Now this is going over the top of the hill down into turn 4, and we'll continue on here with this lap. Oops, a little bit of a save right there. Tires cool off while we're falling around behind the pace car. You have to kind of watch out for that. And I think I'll go to native audio from the inside for a minute. And just to our left right there is a Star Mazda lap traffic, and I'm being, as the caption is about to indicate here, a little too careful. And this is kind of the second thing that gets me fired up and driving some pretty good laps here. I should have just stayed in front of him right there, but didn't matter. I knew I could pass him here. This is a big sweeping turn 9, fifth gear up the As the caption details, that woke me up, and now I drive all the way up here to lap 15. Put in some good lap times, at like 8 of them as good as I've done all weekend, and 2 of them as fast as all weekend. And pass another FM for position. Again, a little careful, but why not? And now I'm on to my 16th lap, which is the fastest of the weekend for me, I believe. And I'm passing for position at the end of this lap into turn 11. And I don't think I'll say much more than that about it. I think we'll cut away right in the middle of it and do a shot from the exterior. Last clip was what we're seeing right now from in-car, and that's through turns 8, 9, 10, and into 11. And I make probably one of the best passes and best braking maneuvers of the weekend. For Robin, if he looks at it, 730 PSI, I believe. Almost getting all of the brakes, not yet. As I mentioned just a moment ago, I passed Tao, T-A-O, in that white and purple car, and then this is Tom in the yellow and blue car that I've been following in the beginning of the race. I've caught back up with him, and I actually kind of thought I had a good chance at passing him, but this is white flag lap. I saw that. I get pretty close to him, but good weekend. Why run it with something stupid on the last lap is really what's going through my mind here. I did ding a wing, my front wing, on Thursday in practice with a silly maneuver from one of our Formula B friends. Yeah, it was a mixed practice. But anyway, I decided, no last lap heroics. I think there's a caption that says that. So the rest of this lap will just be grooving into the checkered flag period. The leaders were doing laps of 133 for the most part. I was about 4 to 5 seconds behind that, depending on my fastest lap compared to theirs. And truthfully, just about where I feel like I should be. My first time up here to Sonoma, and what, fourth event in the car, and so I expect to do a little bit quicker here next time. Really enjoyed the track. It's extremely tricky, just off camera this, downhill that, uphill there, falling away while turning. It's a great track. Had a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, there was a yellow flag in the last corner anyway. I saw that earlier flag station, and so happy to finish here. I think if you saw in the notes at the beginning, I finished ninth out of the 13 Formula Atlantics and 11th out of the 38 cars in our run group, Formula Atlantics and Formula Mazdas. We'll bring up another shot of the checkered flag, of the track map here just for reference in case you're trying to picture something. And then the lap times, as I mentioned. My best lap would have been a 1:37.9, so I was pretty close to that.